In 2026, I did something most people only talk about online. I tested every major real estate strategy myself. Not theory, not courses. Real deals, real money, real risk. Everyone around me had a different opinion. Some said house flipping was the fastest way to get rich. Others insisted Airbnb, short-term rentals, were printing money. A few more experienced investors pushed me toward multifamily properties, claiming that's where real wealth is built. But I didn't want opinions anymore. I wanted results. So I committed a full year to testing all of them. And what I discovered completely changed how I see real estate. At the start of 2026, I noticed a pattern. Most beginners were struggling, not because real estate stopped working, but because the entry barriers had changed. Interest rates were higher. Construction costs had increased. Competition was everywhere. And worst of all, beginners were entering strategies that required experience, capital, and risk tolerance they simply didn't have. So I decided to test it myself. House flipping, Airbnb rentals, and multifamily investing. One by one. I started with house flipping because that's what social media pushes the most. Find a distressed property, renovate it, sell it fast, profit big. Sounds simple, but reality hit fast. My first deal looked perfect on paper. A rundown property in a decent neighborhood. I ran the numbers, estimated renovation costs, and projected a strong profit. But the problems started immediately. Contractor delays pushed timelines back. Material costs came in higher than expected. Permits took weeks longer than planned, and while the house sat unfinished, holding costs kept eating into potential profit every single day. By the time it was ready to sell, the market had shifted slightly. My guaranteed profit had shrunk to almost nothing. I didn't lose money, but I realized something important. House flipping is not beginner-friendly anymore. It's a business that demands experience, cash reserves, and strong contractor networks. One mistake can wipe out the entire profit margin. So I moved on. Next, I tested Airbnb. This one sounded exciting. Cash flow every night, flexible income, and high returns. I bought into the idea that location plus design equals profit. I furnished a small property, optimized it for short-term stays, and listed it on Airbnb. At first it worked. Bookings came in. The income looked promising. But then reality set in again. Seasonality hit hard. Some weeks were fully booked, others were completely empty. Cleaning costs stacked up. Guest complaints required constant attention. And platform fees reduced margins more than expected. The biggest surprise wasn't the income, it was the workload. Airbnb is not passive, it's a hospitality business. You're managing guests, reviews, maintenance, pricing strategies, and constant competition. By month 6, I realized I didn't own a passive income asset. I owned a second job. So I moved on again. This one was supposed to be the serious investor strategy. Buy apartments, collect rent, scale wealth. I partnered with a small group to analyze a multifamily deal. The numbers looked strong at first. Steady rental income, long-term tenants, and appreciation potential. But the entry barriers were much higher than expected. Down payments were massive. Financing was strict. And the deal required legal structuring, property management systems, and reserve capital I wasn't fully prepared for. Even when the deal worked on paper, the stress of managing tenants, maintenance, and vacancies was constant. The truth became clear. Multifamily works, but only when you already have capital, experience, or a strong team behind you. For beginners starting from zero, it was too heavy. So after months of testing, I hit a wall. 3 strategies, 3 different problems. Flipping was too risky. Airbnb was too demanding. Multifamily was too expensive. That's when I started looking for something different, not more profitable on paper, but more realistic for beginners in 2026. The breakthrough came when I shifted my thinking completely. Instead of asking, how do I make the most money per deal? I started asking, how do I enter real estate with the least risk, least capital, and still build long-term wealth? That's when I found the strategy that actually worked: house hacking. At first, I underestimated it. It sounded too simple compared to flipping or investing in large properties. But the more I studied it, the more powerful it became. House hacking means buying a property, living in part of it, and renting out the rest. Simple concept, powerful results. Instead of paying full rent or a full mortgage, your tenants help cover your housing cost, sometimes completely. That means you can literally live for free while building equity in a property you own. I tested this strategy personally next. I bought a small multi-unit property. I lived in one unit and rented out the others. The first month, I was skeptical. But when rent payments started coming in, something changed. My tenants covered most of my mortgage, then utilities, then maintenance. By the 3rd month, my housing costs dropped to almost zero. For the first time, I wasn't chasing income just to survive. I was building equity while my living expenses disappeared. And unlike Airbnb or flipping, this wasn't stressful. No constant renovations, no guest turnover, no high-risk timelines, just steady tenants and long-term stability. After testing everything in 2026, here's what I learned. If you're a beginner with limited capital, house hacking is the most realistic entry point into real estate right now. Here's how to start. First, focus on properties that allow multiple units or extra rentable space, like duplexes, triplexes, or homes with basements or extra rooms. Second, secure financing as an owner-occupant. This is where most beginners get an advantage because banks are more flexible when you live in the property. Third, choose tenants carefully and keep one unit for yourself to reduce living expenses. Fourth, treat it as your foundation, not your final goal. House hacking is the first step to building capital, credit, and experience. From there, you can scale into larger investments later with far less risk. After testing flipping, Airbnb, multifamily, and house hacking in 2026, the conclusion was clear. The flashy strategies look powerful online, but they break down under real-world pressure, especially for beginners. The simplest strategy wasn't the most exciting one, but it was the one that actually worked. House hacking didn't just make money. It gave me something more valuable: time, stability, and a foundation to grow from. And in 2026, that's what real wealth building actually looks like.
Subscribe, like, share, and more importantly, we love to hear your comments.